Dear students, welcome you all for the second session of marketing management of first chapter. In this session, we are going to discuss about core concepts of marketing. Before going to discuss about today's topic in detail, I would like to give you a brief recap of previous session. In previous session, we have discussed about what is market, what is marketing, what are the features of marketing, what is the scope of marketing, as well as what are the benefits of marketing. A market was a physical place where buyers and sellers gather to buy and sell goods. Marketing is about identifying and meeting human and social needs. And in features of modern marketing, we learned that modern marketing is consumer oriented and act as a guiding element of business. And in scope of marketing, we came to know that marketers deals with 10 types of entities: goods, services, events, experiences, persons, places, properties, organizations, information, and ideas. And at last, we discussed about how marketing is beneficial to society, firms, and consumers at large. And the objective of this session is to give conceptual clarity on core concepts of marketing. And at the end of this session, we are expecting students to understand the core concepts of marketing. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. Core marketing concepts. Dear students, a core concept is a conceptual building block that progresses understanding of the subject. In order to understand the subject of marketing, we need to study its 10 core concepts. These are needs, wants, and demands, target markets, positioning and segmentation, offerings and brands, marketing channels, paid, owned, and earned media, impressions and engagement, value and satisfaction, supply chain, competition, and marketing environment. Now, let us discuss about these 10 core concepts of marketing in detail. Number one concept is needs, wants, and demands. Needs are the basic human requirements such as air, food, water, clothing, and shelter. ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಮಾನವನ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗಳು. ನಾವು ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬದುಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಲಿವ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್. ಗಾಳಿ, ಆಹಾರ, ನೀರು, ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮನೆ. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ felt of deprivations. Marketers didn't create needs, but they identify the needs. Humans also have strong need for recreation, education, and entertainment. Apart from air, food, water, clothing, and shelter, humans also develop a strong need for recreation, education, and entertainment. These needs becomes wants when directed to specific objects that may satisfy the need. Human need become wants when they try to satisfy their need by specific objects. Say for example, a US consumer needs food. Food is a need. A consumer can satisfy his hunger by eating any foods, like it may be rice, chapati, parota, like that. But if the customer wants a Chicago style deep dish pizza and a craft beer, it becomes wants, because he tries to satisfy his hunger by specifically preferring pizza and a craft beer. In the same way, a person in Dakshina Kannada needs food, but if he wants neer dosa and chicken curry, here also food, he needs food to satisfy his hunger. Food is the basic need. When he prefers neer dosa and chicken curry, it becomes wants. And you can also observe a consumer in US wants pizza and a craft beer, and a consumer in Dakshina Kannada wants neer dosa and chicken curry. Because US in customer in US and customer in South Canada don't want the same food items because our wants are shaped by our society. Next one, demands. Demands are wants for specific products backed by an ability to pay. Wants becomes demands when the customer wants specific products and the customer should have the ability to pay and willingness to pay, then it becomes demands. For example, and if the customer don't have the capacity to or ability to pay, then it is not considered as a demand. For example, many people want to buy a BMW car. Only few people can buy one because every people don't have the capacity to pay for BMW car. Everyone is not rich like that. So that companies must measure not only how many people want their product, but also how many are willing and able to buy it. Second core concept of marketing is target markets, positioning and segmentation. Dear students, not everyone likes the same serial, restaurant, university or movie. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಇಷ್ಟನೂ ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Each individual have their own taste and preferences, likes and dislikes, needs and wants. Take for example, movies. Somebody may like romantic movies. Some other may like comedy movies. Someone else like action movies. Marketers therefore identify distinct segment of buyers by identifying demographic, psychographic and behavioral differences between them. Since each individual's taste and preferences, needs and wants, likes and dislikes are different, marketers must divide total market into smaller ones where each segment of market, if each segment of customers have similar and homogeneous likes and dislikes. For example, if you visit a cloth store, you may find different sections in that store, like babies clothing section, children's clothing section, men's clothing section, women's clothing section. So that marketers must divide the total market into smaller ones where the customers have similar and homogeneous likes and dislikes. And after segmenting the market, marketers must decide which segment present the greater opportunities. ಅಂದರೆ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಯಾವ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ನ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. After selecting target markets, the firm develops a market offering that it positions in target buyers' minds as delivering some key benefits. ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಫರ್ಮು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. It may be a single product or a combination of products, services and experiences. Say, for example, Apple Store. If you visit a Apple Store, apart from buying Apple products like iPad, iPhone, MacBook, AirPods, Apple Watch, you can also get specialist guidance while choosing the product, better financing options like easy EMIs, discounts, and you can also customize your products as per your requirements. Apple Store not only offers Apple products but also offers, as apart from products, services and experiences, so that it positions it creates a brand image in the minds of the customers by delivering these benefits. And also takes example of Porsche. Porsche target buyers who seek pleasure and excitement in driving and want to make a statement about their wheels. And the third concept of marketing is offerings and brands. Companies address customers' needs by putting forth a value proposition, a set of benefits that satisfy those needs. Dear students, the process of marketing starts with the identification of customers' needs. After getting an idea about their customer needs, the companies develops a value proposition. Value proposition is a set of benefits or an idea of a product that the companies think that will satisfy their customer needs. In the beginning, the value proposition is only on paper. Once they get the confidence that their value proposition will satisfy their customers' needs, the intangible value proposition is made physical by an offering, which can be a combination of products, services, information, and experience. Take the example of Apple. Apple got the idea that they can serve their customers through their own Apple stores. In their Apple stores, they not only sell their products, they also offer services and experience like expert advice, better financing options, and customized products. In that way, Apple made a value proposition that satisfied their customers' needs. Next, brand. Brand is an offering from a noun source. And also brand is a name, term, design, symbol, or any other feature that identifies one seller's goods or services as distinct from those of other sellers. Okay, brand is a name or an image created by company in the minds of the consumers. Say for example, Apple. Apple carry many different kinds of associations in people's minds that make up its image. It like creative, innovative, easy to use, fun, cool, iPad, iPhone, and MacBook. So that all companies must strive to build a brand image with as many strong, favorable, and unique brand associations as possible. The fourth concept of marketing is marketing channels. To reach a target market, the marketers use three kinds of marketing channels: communication channels, distribution channels, and service channels. ತಮ್ಮ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ನ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟರ್ಸು ತ್ರೀ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Communication channels helps the companies to deliver and receive messages from target buyers. ಈ ಕಂಪನೀಸು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಮೆಸೇಜಸನ್ನು ಕನ್ವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. It may be about product features, services, product offerings, and about many other things. And at the same time, the company also need to collect some information from consumers about their needs and wants, about their feedback, like that. The newspapers, magazines, televisions, mails, internet, smartphone, billboards, posters, flyers helps companies to deliver as well as receive messages from the target buyers. Next one, distribution channels. Distribution channels helps the companies to display, sell, or deliver the physical product or services to the buyers or users. Distribution channels ಕಂಪನಿ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ರಿಟೈಲರ್ಸ್, ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಟು ಡೆಲಿವರ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್. And last one, service channels. Service channels helps companies to carry out transaction with potential buyers. Service channels final consumer ಹತ್ರ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ವೇರ್ಹೌಸಸ್ and transportation companies which facilitates movement of goods from producer's place to the consumer's place. And banks which helps the consumers by financing their purchases. By using these three communication marketing channels, companies reaches their target customers. The fifth marketing concept is paid, owned, and earned media. The rise of digital media gives marketers a host of new ways to interact with consumers and customers. We can group communication options into three categories, such as paid media, owned media and earned media. Paid media include TV, magazine, display ads, paid search, and sponsorships, all of which allow marketers to show their ad or brand for a fees. To communicate through paid media, the company has to pay some fees. And through paid media, company can reach maximum customers. Take for example TV. As you know, every household in India have TVs. By giving ad in TVs, a company can reach every nook and corner of this country. But paid media is very costly. Next one, owned media. Owned media are communication channels marketers actually own, like a company brochure, website, and blog, etc. In case of owned media, company created their own communication channels, like brochure, company brochure. Company can design its brochure, print it, and distribute their brochures to consumers on their own. Next, website. They can design, they can create their own website and interact with consumers through website. And blogs, they can write about their product and services through blogs. Okay, for maintaining owned this kind of media, they don't need heavy investments like paid media. They don't need to pay to any outsiders. They need very minimal amount, but the reach of the owned media is very less when compared to paid media. Next, earned media. Earned media are streams in which consumers, the press, or other outsiders communicate something about the product or brand via word of mouth, buzz, or viral marketing methods. Earned mediaದಲ್ಲಿ company earned some kind of reputation about their product and services, so that customers, press, and outsiders talk on their product and services on their own without expecting any fees from the company. Take for example movies. If the movie is good, we tend to recommend that movie to others. Okay, ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮೂವಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಫೀಸಿನ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು deliver good quality product and services, then only it gain some kind of attention from consumers, press, and outsiders. These are the three medias a company uses to interact with its consumers and customers. The sixth marketing core concept is impressions and engagement. The marketers nowadays think of three screens to reach consumers. Those are TV, internet, and mobile. In order to measure the effectiveness of these communication medias, whether they are reaching the maximum customers effectively, marketers use two metrics. These metrics are impressions and engagement. Impressions occur when consumers view a communication. ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಚಾನಲನ್ನು ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ, ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ಸ್ ರೀಚ್. ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಕಂಪನಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನನ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಟಿ ವಿ ಶೋಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಟಿ ವಿ ಶೋಸ್ ವಿತ್ TRPs, TV rating points, and YouTube videos with views, number of views, like that. And another metric is engagement. Engagement is the extent of a customer's attention and active involvement with a communication. Okay, engagement ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಸ್ಟಮರು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೀಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ವೆನ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರನ್ನು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಏನಾರ ಇದ್ದರೆ ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ನ ನಾವು ವಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಲೈಕ್ಸ್ ಎ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ವಿಟರ್ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ವಿಚಾರ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಡೀಪರ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನವ್ ಡೇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಹೋಮ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೂ ತ್ರೀ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೆಜೆಟ್ಸ್, ಲೈಕ್ TV ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. and even people use 2-3 gadgets at a time. Okay, TV ಆನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮೊಬೈಲು ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ TV ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ವಿಟ್ಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯೂಶಲಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಯೂಶಲಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಎಂಗೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ metric to measure the effectiveness of a communication channel than impressions. Next core concept of marketing is supply chain. The supply chain is a channel stretching from raw materials to components to finished products carried to final buyers. Dear students, any product before it reaches the hands of the consumers, it has to pass through various stages like raw materials to components, components to finished products, and finished products finally delivered to consumers. ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ನ ತಲುಪೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುನ್ನ ಹಲವಾರು ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮೊದಲು ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ನ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಅಸೆಂಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಂತರ ಫೈನಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನ ಫೈನಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಕ್ಯೂರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, then converting those raw materials into components, and then assembling those components into final products and delivering those final products to final consumers. ಈ ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಚೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, you can take a look at the supply chain for coffee. Okay, Ethiopian farmers grow and harvest coffee beans. Ethiopian farmers ಕಾಫಿ ಬೀನ್ಸ್ನ ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ದಿ ಕಾಫಿ ಟು ಫೇರ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ಸ್. ನಂತರ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೀನ್ಸ್ನ ಫೇರ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಈಸ್ ವಾಶ್ಡ್, ಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಶಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಈ ಕಾಫಿನ ನಂತರ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನು ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ಯಾಕೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ fair trade cooperatives sell those coffee beans to trading organizations. Trading organization transport those coffee beans to developed world. Developed worldಗೆ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸು ಆ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೀನ್ಸ್ನ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೀನ್ಸ್ನ ಅವರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಥ್ರೂ ರಿಟೇಲ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಥಿಯೋಪಿಯನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸಿಂದ ಕಾಫಿ ಬೀನ್ಸು ಫೈನಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ಸ್ವರೆಗೂ ತಲುಪೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಈ ಚೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಚೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದ ಎಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಚೈನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್, ವೆಂಡರ್ಸ್, ವೇರ್ಹೌಸಸ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್, distribution centers and retailers. All these players play a vital role in smooth functioning of a supply chain. And the companies develop supply chains to reduce their cost and remain competitive in the business. Take for example Apple. Apple sells millions of iPhones every year, but they don't even manufacture a single iPhone. But they developed a supply chain where they outsource the manufacturing of iPhone to Foxconn and Pegatron. And the components of iPhone are procured from various companies like chips from Qualcomm, cameras from Sony, displays from Samsung, like that. And to manufacture these components, various raw materials are procured from various suppliers. Here, Apple developed a supply chain to reduce the cost of maintaining and handling all these activities and to increase its profitability. Next core concept of marketing is competition. Competition includes all the actual and potential rival offerings and substitutes a buyer might consider. Dear students, nowadays we see competition in every field. Just like that, in business field also, companies faces competition from rival companies as well as companies which produces substitute products. Okay, now ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇರೋ ರೀತಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಕಂಪನೀಸು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ರೈವಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್. ರೈವಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಆ ಕಂಪನಿಯಿಂದನೂ ಸಹ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಎನ್ ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಟಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೀಲಿಂದ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ ಚೈನಾ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ. ಟಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇಸಿಂದ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಮಿನಿ ಮಿಲ್ ಸಚ್ ಆಸ್ ನುಕಾರ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ನುಕಾರಿಂದ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ರೈವಲ್ರೀಸ್. ಫಾರಿನ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ನುಕಾರ್ ಆರ್ ರೈವಲ್ರೀಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. Instead of that, an automobile manufacturer can buy aluminum parts from Alcoa to reduce the car's weight, or engineered plastics from Saudi Basic Industries Corporation instead of steel. ಸ್ಟೀಲನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ಆಟೋಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರರ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಅವೆರಡು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾರ್ ವೇಟ್ಸನ್ನು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಾಸ್ಟು ಸಹ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಟಾಟಾ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ is more likely to be hurt by substitute products than by other integrated steel companies. Here Tata Steel ಗೆ ರೈವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಆಲ್ಕೋಯಾ ಮತ್ತು ಸೌದಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಸಹ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್ ಟು ಫೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಟಿಗೇಟ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್. The last core concept of marketing is marketing environment. Marketing environment refers to factors and forces that affect a firm's ability to build and maintain successful customer relationships. The marketing environment consists of the task environment and the broad environment. The task environment include actors engaged in producing, distributing and promoting the offering. Here actors means persons or entities who helps businesses in production, distribution and promotion of product and services. Task environment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳು ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಮೋಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಅವು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, ಡೀಲರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್. Next, broad environment. The broad environment consists of 6 components like demographic environment, social cultural environment, natural environment, technological environment and political and legal environment. Demographic environment includes population's age, race, sex, employment, education, income, marriage rate, birth rate, like that. Social cultural environment includes culture, language, religion, level of education, attitude of the society. Natural environment includes all living and non-living things occurred naturally. Next, technological environment includes technological progress and new technological innovations. And political and legal environment includes political stability in the country, efficiency of the government, legal framework, justice system, degree of politicization of industry and trade, like that. These are all the 10 core concepts one has to study to understand the marketing. By this, we have come to the end of this session. I hope you like this session. Thank you for your patience listening.